Hi friends, we'll solve problem on projectile motion. Let's see what is given in problem. Marbles having mass of 5 grams fall from rest at A. Fall from rest, that means initial velocity at A is 0. Through the glass tube and accumulate in the can at C. The can is given on the right side. Determine the placement R of the can from the end of the tube. That means this one is a placement or say horizontal distance R or a distance X from the end of the tube and the speed at which marbles fall into the can. Neglect the size of can. Now in this case motion is from A to B, the first part of motion, but this one is a restricted motion, and second part of motion is B to C, where this one motion is under gravity, freely under gravity. Therefore motion from B to C is projectile motion and motion from A to B is not a projectile motion. Now I will analyze this motion. If we will know in projectile motion, if we consider B to C, that pipe end is horizontal, that means u0 is horizontal. I represented it. Initial velocity u0, which is also you can say same as that of velocity at B, you can say, because when you consider motion from A to B, using equation we will get what Vb, and Vb is nothing but u0. Whatever the velocity at B will get is velocity at the start of projectile motion. Therefore Vb is also written as what, u0, and we will substitute u0, what we will get as this velocity. Pipe end is here is 2 meter. Now B to C motion analyzing is not difficult. First one, how will find out this Vb or u0 considering motion from A to B. These marbles start their motion from rest, that means initial velocity is 0. Now end A is at 3 meter, end B is at 2 meter. That means what is the vertical displacement of this marble as it moves from A to B? So this one vertical displacement is 3 minus 2. That means this one is what? 1 meter. Any body falls through some height, then potential energy of given body or mass gets converted into kinetic energy, and then we'll get velocity as Vb or u0. How much is the vertical difference, or marble falls through what height? It is 1 meter. That means to find out Vb when body falls through height of 1 meter, simple formula what you know from physics, any body falls through height h, then its velocity is given by what? Root of 2gh, where h is what? Vertical displacement. Therefore first motion what we will consider here is motion from A to B. In this motion, h means vertical displacement of this marble is 3 minus 2 meters, which comes out to be 1 meter. And if you want to find out now what is the velocity, Vb equal to, this one will get what? Root of 2gh. Root of 2gh. gh into 2. G is 9.81, h you know, and this one standard formula. Actually this equation, this one you will get from where? Just I'll represent here. Any body falls from some height h, so it possesses some potential energy that is given by mgh. This potential energy gets converted into kinetic energy. Particle attains some velocity, so potential energy gets converted to kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is half mv square. This mass term if you will cancel, what easily will get here? 2gh as v square. 2 if we multiply here, v square equal to 2gh. That means v equal to what? Root of 2gh. This formula you are getting from just law of conservation of energy. Now if we substitute here value of h, what will get here? Root of 2 into 9.81, h value is 1. Using calculator, just calculate this value, and Vb what we are getting here comes out to be 4.429 meters per second. This velocity also is what? u0. because at B projectile motion starts. That means when you consider motion, now projectile motion from B to C, then u0 initial velocity becomes what? Vb, which is equal to 4.429 meters per second. Now we'll consider motion from where to where? Projectile motion from B to C. We'll consider motion from B to C here. Just see here in figure. B to C, u0 already you know. What you know? Y, but y is negative, minus 2 meters. You have to find out this r as well as what? Velocity. But velocity will get inclined. Two components, horizontal and vertical component. To find out vertical component, you must know how much time it takes to reach to point C. If you consider motion from B to C, how many data are known at this stage? One is u0, second one is what? Y. Y is minus 2 meters. We'll write here. Motion from B to C, if you consider, what you know is u0, which is equal to 4.429 meters per second. Next one, velocity horizontal theta 0 is 0. Next, what you know is y. Y is again negative because final position is below initial position. As you know this u0, which is equal to 4.429 meters per second, we'll consider motion from B to C, and if we'll substitute values, you know u0, you know y, you know theta 0. Which equation will use here? What is known basically? Y is minus 2. If we'll use equation of y equal to is u0 yt minus half gt square. Now here u0 y term is what? The velocity is horizontal. What you are getting is this Vb or u0, this velocity is horizontal. Therefore, vertical component of velocity is what? 0. Y is negative, minus 2. This term becomes 0. Minus half g means 4.905 t square. That means using calculator, minus minus gets cancelled. First one, you will get how much time this marble will take to reach to location C. Therefore, this t if you find out using calculator, answer comes out to be 0.638 second. Once you will get how much time it takes, now easily you will get what? Velocities as well as horizontal distance, placement r. That placement r, if you want to find out, which is nothing but horizontal distance, is equal to velocity is in horizontal direction u0 into time t. u0 means 4.429 meters per second and time t is 0.638 second. Using calculator, if you multiply, you will get placement r. Will calculate, answer comes out to be 2.828 meters. That means this one is your first answer. What you are getting? At what distance that can must be placed? Placement of can, so that ball must strike or marble must strike in the can at C. As you know time t, using time t will find out vertical component of velocity. That means second part, if you will see here, what will get? Second part of problem. At C, final velocity, if you want to find out, that one is nothing but say Vcx, one component. Horizontal component of velocity always remains constant, which is what? u0ax, where velocity in horizontal direction, therefore that is equal to u0, and this component is 4.429 meters per second, which is in rightward direction. This is number 1. Next component is in vertical direction. To find out component of velocity in vertical direction, simple formula if we will use, Vy means Vcy. Next one u0y minus gt. You know u0y term is 0 minus 9.81 into what will get here? Time t. Time t already are calculated 0.638, but answer comes out to be negative. Negative means what? Component of velocity is in downward direction. That means this answer, if you find out using calculator, this one is minus 6.258 meters per second. Negative sign represent this is 6.258 meters per second. Direction is what? Downward. As we are reading, one component horizontal, other one is what? Vertical. Graphically, if I'll represent here, so velocity Vc, what will get? Horizontal component rightward, vertical component is downward, Vcy, this component is Vcx, angle is what? Theta c. Applying Pythagoras theorem, square root of Vcx square plus Vcy square, you will find out Vc comes out to be this answer. Vcx and Vcy you are reading, this one comes out to be 7.66 meters per second, and angle theta 0 equal to, you will find out 54.71 degrees. Thank you.